video, we'll be going over the middle piece or the second out of 3 pieces of the Nunchaku Form. So to start, we're going to go over the first third and then we'll add on from there. So we start in our attention. Ready? 3 back catches. Go. Hip shoulder. Back catch. Hip shoulder. Back catch. Step in the front. Over the head, hip shoulder catch. Right hand release. Over the head, wrist out, wrist in, left shoulder. Step right. Back catch. Step turning. Back catch. One more. Back catch. So this is where we should end the first part of our form, and you should already be familiar with that. If you are not, you want to go back and practice that before moving on. The next piece coming up, I have a forward figure 8, and I'm going to shuffle forwards 3 times when I do it. So it's going to be forward figure 8 with 3 shuffles. When I get to the front of those 3 shuffles, my forward figure 8 is going to go under my arm. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, catch. Let's do it again. Go. 1, 2, 3, catch. The count is my foot. 3 slides forwards. Last time. Go. 1, 2, 3. My elbow comes up and I catch under my arm. The next thing I'm going to do, from here, you want to make sure you're holding very high at the top of the chuck for this part. I'm going to do over my head, hip, wrist roll. So when I end, I'm going to end in a reverse grip. So we ended in under the arm. I go over my head, left hip, and from here, continue to spin into a reverse grip. Let's try that again. Over the head, hip, wrist roll. One more time. Over the head, wrist roll. Let's try that with the 3 shuffles. So we had our back catch. Go. 1, 2, 3, catch. Over the head, hip, wrist roll. The next thing we're going to do is repeat that moving backwards. So I'm in a reverse grip, and I'm going to move backwards for 3 steps in a fighting stance. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit on my right hip. If you need to go left and then right, completely cool. And if you're a beginner, sometimes it might take a couple preps. Okay, now I'm ready. But my goal is to get to that right hip however you get there. Once I'm on my right hip, I'm going to wrist roll back into regular grip. So if we were in the front, we did our over the head hip, and we wrist rolled into reverse grip. We go backwards for 3. 1, 2, 3. Right hip, wrist roll, left, right, back catch. Over the head, left hip, wrist roll. Reverse, 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 right hip. Wrist roll, left, right, back catch. When I do the reverse grip, I am moving backwards for 3. I'm going to stay up just so you can see that hand work one more time. So we did over the head, hip, wrist roll, reverse. 1, 2, 3. Right hip, wrist roll, left hip, right hip, back catch. Let's try the whole thing. 1, 2, 3. Catch, over the head, wrist roll, reverse, wrist roll. All right, now, surprise, surprise, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Step back, back catch. Move up for 3. 1, 2, 3. Elbow up, catch. What's next? over the head, right hip, wrist roll. Let's try that 2 times before we add on the next piece. So we have our left side in front, up for 3. 1, 2, 3, catch, over the head, right hip, wrist roll. One more try. So we start in back, catch. 1, 2, 3, catch, over the head, right hip, wrist roll. Okay, so now do you remember what was next? The reverse, right? So we're in our reverse grip, figure 8. 1, 2, 3, left hip, wrist roll back, woo! And then we go hip, hip, back, catch. So let's do the whole thing. Forwards, 1, 2, 3, catch. Over the head, right hip, wrist roll. Now we're in reverse grip. We're at left hip, backwards for 3. I'm going to stay here so you can see, but you're going to move back. 1, 2, 3. I want to go on my left hip. If you need to hit your right to get to left, that's cool. If you can go directly to your left hip, also cool. So coming off of those 3 reverses, left hip, wrist roll, and after that wrist roll, I do right, left, back, catch. So our left foot's in front, and we go forwards, catch, over the head, right hip, wrist roll, reverse, left hip, wrist roll, right, left, back, catch. That is the entirety of the second piece of the form. Let's go through it 2 times. So we start with our right foot in front from our back catch. Forwards for 3, catch. Over the head, left hip, wrist roll, reverse. 1, 2, 3, right hip, wrist roll, left hip, right hip, back, catch. Switch sides, forwards for 3, catch, overhead, right hip, wrist roll, reverse. 1, 2, 3, right hip, left hip, wrist roll, right, left, back, catch. All right, so we're going to do the whole thing from the very beginning of the form. Let's give it a try. Go. All right, so your homework is to practice. You want to practice the individual pieces and the form as a whole. Good luck. See you on the mat. Tung Su.